So I'm going to go on a little rant here. I've been having a conversation with someone I used to consider a friend. I guess not anymore. Um, which is fine. It happens. The unfortunate fact is he actually never knew me in the first place. So it's not like we were friends to begin with, I guess you could say. But like a college or schoolmate, it was more closely, um, loosely associated. It's like two people went to the same school. Doesn't necessarily make you friends, but that's okay. I'm going to go on this rant because a number of things were made abundantly clear to me. That, well, my position is not known to most people. I don't really give a shit on who knows my position or not, but that's what this rant's for, I guess. Part one. Yes, coronavirus is real. It is 5%. Anybody that catches it, you better have a 5% chance of death. In that 5% chance, it's almost 99% certain you have a pre existing condition that will almost assuredly make it so you die. Quite literally, that you die. All right? Well, I have a pre existing condition. I have asthma, I have heavy allergies, I'm constantly clogged up. There was one time, not too long ago, that I got strep throat 4 times and bronchitis 5 times before August in 1 year. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm on the high oh fuck me list for this goddamn virus. So what do? Whenever we go out, it's masks, we wash our phones. I bring my own wipe stuff. We put cloth over the handlebars of the carts because you don't know who handled it before. I try not to touch anything that somebody else has touched. Hell, here's the fun part. If I go to a grocery store and just pick up a can or something, right? If there's like mold, slight mold, you're not going to really see it, or a lot of pollen or something collected on it, my hands swell up like a balloon because I'm allergic to the fucking planet. So yeah, I'm highly susceptible to being fucked by this virus. So it's very much on my mind. I paid attention to the numbers. I paid attention to the data. I don't listen to the trash media. I listen to the president, for better or for worse, more Fauci and the doctors than that orange man, and mostly the CDC, because I don't trust the WHO. The WHO can go fuck themselves. They defended China. I watched them lie in live TV, and then everybody's like, "Oh, the WHO's a great organization." No, they're fucking not. They're not a great organization. No human to human transition. The next day, transitions from one human to the next. You're fucking lying to people. No evidence, says China. Okay, yeah, sure. So no, I take every precaution available. I even wear masks, and they're very uncomfortable because it makes it hard for me to breathe. Again, asthma, but I still fucking wear it because I'm not going to get it from somebody else if I happen to inhale it. If somebody happens to cough, sneeze, or whatever, and I happen to walk through their mist cloud of disgustingness, it's made me a little bit of a germaphobe. I'm gonna admit, my wife was already kind of one. Now it made her worse, which is always so fun. So yeah, I'm abundantly aware, but I'm also aware that 16% of the people tested have caught it. In the United States, there's been testing has gone up quite significantly. We have almost 1 to 2%, I think, of the entire population of the United States has tested because people are so afraid that they'll go out and just test. And if you happen to not have a fever or any of the symptoms, you have to pay for the test. But if you do, the test is free. So that's fine. That's good. I've had people around me that have had it already. Couple of them got it pretty severe. They didn't have to go to hospital. One of them, but they did have some scares at night because it was raspy breathing and really hard to breathe and coughing up phlegm and other stuff, and it was pretty gross. On the other hand, my sister works at a nursing home, and they've had 2 cases plus one of the nurses, and the nurse's husband is a security guard at the jail who also got it. So yeah, I've been around the fucking thing. I'm well aware of what's going on. The thing is, I agree with the protesters. I'm not about to sacrifice my liberty for fear. Do I think it's right for them to take their chances? No, I think what they should do is take every precaution necessary. And there better be a goddamn vaccine at the end of this shit. I want to see a vaccine at the end of the year. But that does not mean we shut down fucking life. Some people can't afford it. Everybody seems to think this is about money. I just said afford. Have you ever been destitute? I have. Have you ever lived on the street? I have. Have you ever sold your own blood and plasma so that you could buy food? I have. Some people seem to think that this is all about money. Well, you can easily squash it into quantitative terms and make it about money. Yes, there are people out there that would rather not be on government assistance. Yeah, that's a little bit prideful because I've had to be on government assistance. I understand and appreciate that government assistance when it's been there. But I've also been in situations where the government said no. Go fend for yourself. And that's when I lived on the street. Slept in the gutter. Well, not the gutter. It was like back alley. It's all right. It was kind of comfortable. Sort of. It stunk. I've been couch hopping. That lasts, sort of, until your friends are no longer your friends. And then they testify against you in court and put your son through 15 years of child abuse. Yeah, that works out. Yeah, I've been through some shit, okay? So when somebody comes up, and especially somebody I thought would be a friend and trying to tell me that they have the moral high ground and trying to tell me that this is all about money and economics and how dare you put people's lives at risk over money. This isn't about money. This is about the complete, total destruction of livelihood. The great thing that these people are telling me about this is they're nurses. They're doctors. They'll have a job. They have government funding every time they get a corona patient. They have government funding that's going to dry up because no industry, business, or person is going to have a job to pay taxes. It amazes me that these people, nurses in particular, granted, they have a clear bias, a cognitive bias in this. They see this shit. They see the most extreme cases where people put on respirators to live, tubes down their throat, basically, so they can breathe. I've seen respirators on people. My own father, in fact. And he had tubes in other places. That was not pleasant to see. Of course, you know, I was 8. I also saw it with my grandpa when I was 20. Yeah, it's a beautiful sight, let me tell you. To see multiple tubes down somebody's throat and they're too weak to even write their own name or say hello. Yeah, but I've never, ever seen these people before. Yeah, sure I haven't. I'm an atheist because I went up into the ICU of a hospital in Utah to see my father before they were about to pull the plug on him. But I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Yeah, no, I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about the pain and suffering these people are going through at all. I've never lived through it, as you fucking don't know me. But no, clearly this is about the money, right? This is totally about the money? Right. Says the person that still has a fucking job. Says the person that has no problem putting food on their table, that still gets their paycheck, that still gets to come home to their family and not worry about anything. Not worry about, I don't know, all your, well, I guess, you know, it's just possessions. It's money. It's just possessions. You know what happens to people that can't afford to feed their family, have everything taken away? The state comes and takes their children away and puts them in foster care. Poverty destroys families. It's not about money, though. No, poverty is a money problem, right? No. They're stuck between a choice. Risk getting sick or stay in place and risk losing the rest of their life. What would you do? Oh, clearly the guys that are nurses and doctors and whatnot, they risk their lives every day. They go out and risk being sick. Yeah, these people want to do the same fucking thing you do, you dumb son of a bitch. You think you have it so well? They want to go out there with less equipment than you, just so they can feed their goddamn family. I'm fortunate. I work in IT, right? I have 3 screens, a laptop, a computer behind me, this wonderful setup. I just bought a new monitor so I could hook it up to this because it flips, so I can look at things and read it long ways, or landscape, portrait, whatever. Long ways. Just to make things a little bit easier, because I got to study. Because the industry that I'm in is going through a great change thanks to all this. And I might not have a job at the end of the year, so I need to prepare myself in a way that makes sure that I do at the end of the year. All thanks to this fucking virus. But I have nothing to worry about. It's all about money. Yeah, it has nothing to do with me worrying about putting food on the fucking table for my family. It has nothing to do with worrying about making sure my kids have an education, or that we have a place to go when this shit turns sour. Arrogance. That's what this is. People, and here's the fun thing. I'm able to see this other side of the story because I've been there. But the people that haven't been there, oh, this is just amount of honey. This is only, you want to go get a haircut. Oh my God. Well, guess what? The hair salons and all that shit, they open today. So maybe I could go get a haircut. I'm not going to, because it's going to be rushed. There's going to be a lot of people trying to get in. There's going to be a lot of people trying to get through that door. Fuck that. I'm not getting around anybody that might be sick. I'll schedule an appointment, and I'm going to wait a couple more weeks. Or I'll go do it myself. Or I'll just let it grow out and be luscious. No. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to go out. There's one place I will go that I'm almost assured no one's going to be. Because no one's going to think about it, except for the customers that are regulars. So I'm going to go there. Plus, I need to go get an oil change, and it's in the same area. So, go take care of 2 things at once. Money. People seem to think this is about money. Because when they think economy, all they think about is money. All these billionaires having money and jobs and places and things. Well, guess what? You're kind of right. It is about money. We're in a capitalist society. The capitalist society requires money to continue. The government doesn't make money. It gets taxes from people who make money. What's amazing to me is these people seem to know the how economics works and understand the money part of it, right? And then tell me that everybody that doesn't have a job should just go on government assistance, as if that's a bottomless fucking money pit to begin with. And then, the government can just borrow money from the banks. Whose hide are they going to take that out of in the end? Is it going to be banks? You know what? By a government decree, you have to write this off. They could do that, I suppose. And then the banks fail because they had to write off billions and trillions of dollars. And then we have the same kind of financial crisis we had with, was it Bush Jr.? Or was it Obama that bailed out the banks? Too big to fail? Yeah, it was Obama.
Let's teach him a lesson.
That sounds wonderful, doesn't it? We could do that all over again? Have the banks just bailed out again? Oh, wait, no, because there'll be no fucking money, because every industry is crashed, because people have no jobs to go back to. No. This can't be about money, though. We can't make it about money. I forget. As if that doesn't have a direct correlation to being able to live, says the person still making money. The sheer arrogance of some people that seem to think they know what it's like to have to worry about shit like this. At the same time going, there's a real fucking gross thing out there that could kill me. I don't wanna risk it. Like I said, fortunately for me, I have a job. I work in IT. I can work from home. Unfortunately for 80% of the people out there, right now, what is it? 12 to 15 million people out of 320 million? 4% of the entire U.S. population, I think. I don't know what we're at this point in time. It keeps going up. Don't have the luxury and privilege that I do. I worked hard to get into this kind of position. Not going to lie. It took 20 years to get where I'm at. Not everybody has that option. So before you go and judge people, thinking it's about money, thinking it's about their cell phones and getting a haircut and Karen getting her nails done, before you go making racist, judgmental decisions because it's only white people protesting, but if a black person protested, they get lynched. No. Before you make all your stupid social justice, nonsensical decisions and judgments, give up your paycheck, stop making money, and stay at home. Quit your job. Be forced to stay at home. Go on that government assistance. And then you get back to me and tell me if you worry about how you're going to feed your family. Because when that government assistance dries up, there won't be a job for you to go back to because you've just fat fucking crashed everything. In case you haven't noticed, every major company is now laying people off. Thousands of jobs gone because everything's crashed. Everything's in the toilet. It's all about the money, right? It's all about the money. You know, there's a great thing called the Maslow's hierarchy of needs that always comes to mind whenever I hear people talk about that. Food, shelter, clothing. If I can't pay my bills, I can't get food. If I can't pay my bills, I have no house. If I can't pay my bills, the only clothing I have is the one on my back. I've been in that situation before. I don't want to go back. Thanks.